I reckon he'll use that footage. That was quite fast.
There he is. What are you doing up there, man? Good morning, everyone. How are we going today? It's a bit chilly this morning. We've had about 30 odd mils of rain the past couple of days. If you remember in the last video, we drenched a heap of crossbred ewes, and I said I was going to try and get them on the feed trailer and start giving them a bit of grain. These are the young sheep. So it's been a couple of days now. I think I've got a meeting, so we're going to take them down to a Logan Park, down to the other place, and put them on a paddock down there. Got some new seat covers on the weekend. I was in Canberra, so I was sick of making a mess when you're carting sheep. You can't not get sheep poo all over you, so I got some seat covers to try and protect it a little bit. Being a farm truck, it needed it, so. It's good to get them out of here because they're just starting to make a bit of a mess now after this rain. Hey, come on girls, hey. Push them up. Push them up. Push them up. Yeah, we had 30 mils the past couple of days, which has made everything all sloppy again, which is annoying, but we sort of did need it, I suppose. It's good to have moisture. Sit. Well, we probably didn't really need it, but can't complain about the rain because one day it'll stop raining. Try and get them in and out of these yards as quick as possible. Try and limit that chance of getting an infection or a heap of mud in their hooves. Steady, 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 just sit. They're coming, just slowly. Sit, sit, I said. Here, here. Hey, 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 hey. Come on. Hey, hey, hey. He makes sit. Just got to actually fix something on the crate when it dries off. I'll do that at some point today. Nothing major, I just didn't use very strong hinges. It's just a little flap that flaps over to stop their sheep getting their feet caught. I'll do that at some point today. So I just got a fella coming to pick up a couple of silage bales. I've sold them all now. I've nearly sold all my hay, which is good. There's no lucerne left. There's only pasture hay, or a little bit of pasture hay too. I've sold sort of 3 truckloads that have still got to go out of the shed down here. That's 28 bales we can get on our truck. All the silage is gone. That silage was stuff we made last January. So 2021 January, so it sort of needs to go, which is good. People seem to be pretty happy with it, and we've fed it out to a few of our lambs and stuff, and it's worked really well, so might look at doing that again. Luckily it's only the barbed wire. Didn't actually break the plain wire, which is good. Nothing major, it was just stupid. I knew it was going to happen too. I should have known. That plastic wrap makes a bit of a mess, hey? It's a bit annoying. Dad will never know. Unless, of course, he watches this video, then of course he's gonna know. That was an easy fix, but stupid me. Just come down to the property that my mate Dan and I share farm, that you've seen plenty of times before. This is where the lambs are and my girlfriend's cattle, and they're on adjustment here. Just going down, shed her first calf yesterday on this place, so I'm just going to go check that it's alright. Hopefully it is, and then we're going to sort of corner off a paddock with an electric fence to let these cows into, because they're running out of feed in this paddock. So we'll sort of, good thing about cattle is you sort of only need 1 or 2 wires of electric fence and that sort of stops, and they're pretty quiet too, which is good. But I'm just here looking for this calf. There he is. What are you doing up there, man? Where's your mum also? What are you doing up here? We'll leave him. He looks like he's got a full belly. I'd say mum's just gone down there for a feed, just down the other side there. He's alright. Yeah, I was saying we're going to let him into the other paddock and electric fence off just sort of a corner for starters, and just start grazing that paddock, because we don't want to let him in all of that paddock, because they're doing work on the bridge just down the road, and they've cut the fence in that paddock, so if they wanted to, the cattle could just go anywhere. So we're just gonna let's electric fence it. So you can see there's just getting a bit of a shortage of grass in this paddock, and then this next paddock there's heaps. There hasn't had any stock on it since Dan and I have share farmed it, so there's plenty in here for these. The cows are sort of calving next month or at the end of this month, so we'll keep them going and put them on here. You can see all the filera sticking up there. There's a bit of shit in it, but the cows won't mind that. They'll trample it down and eat it. They'll trample it down at least anyway. You can see there's still good feed in here. This is all filera, this green leafy stuff, and they'll go around and chew all the heads off them. See if I can get bogged. This country down here is pretty sandy soil, so we're generally pretty right, I think. But I'm not going to take my chances and leave it in 2-wheel drive. So we're just measuring a bit of a square here. That's the paddock they were just in there. Just measuring a bit of a square to try and work out how long we're going to make it. I bought this energizer all in one end. Hey, you found a wombat hole.
Have a look at the ute.
Yeah, I can see it. Can you get out?
I'll put the new box in, I reckon I'll work the out.
Dan just hit a wombat hole. He's just poking up there, just measuring how far up from that fence it is, and then we'll just sort of measure a bit out here and go from there.
Right.
Yeah, whatever, Dan. Hammer this one in a bit more because the corner post.
Yeah.
Bit of a corner one. Yeah, about there somewhere. You. Keep going. A bit more. Yeah. Oh, Dano's a bit nervous about getting this fence straight. He's worried. He's a bit worried. YouTube land's going to give him crap for it. You. Which one you want to go to? All the way to the end?
The yellow one.
Yeah, well, where your back foot is. Keep going. How far up? Probably something like...
Yeah. Can't see him getting under his bed.
Something like that. So these are just little insulators that stop the hot wire from arcing to the post. And that just clips in like that, and then the wire goes through there and you clip it in there. Yep. Can you hold it? Yeah. It's only got to be for a little bit. I'm trying. Right, you're right.
I reckon you'll use it for this. That was quite fast.
So we've got it all run out now and all the insulators on the posts. We're just gonna, we've tied it down the other end now and we're gonna strain it up from here. It should pull up. Dan's just walking back there now. This is the energizer that we bought. So it's meant to do up to 2.5 K, so this should be, I think it's only sort of 300 odd meters here, which so it should be plenty. But the idea, I bought the bigger one, the bigger battery one, in the thinking that because we're having sort of fairly cloudy, it's winter and we're having fairly cloudy and rainy weather, I thought the battery might last a bit longer. And it came with a bigger solar panel too, so we'll hook it up and strain it up and see how it works. Cords here. Dan just pointed out that I probably should put my ute on the other side of the fence before we before we go, before I get too carried away. So I'm just going to put a steel post in here and then hook an insulator up to it, and that way I'll just strain it from here. So just like that. And then I'll just tie a bit of wire around here to keep that there. And that should hold it pretty well, I think. Now we're just got to wait for Dan to be touching it and then I'll turn it on. No, I'm only joking. It would be funny though. Yeah, yeah. Well, it's working. You can see it's pulsing there.
Is it on high?
Yeah.
Yeah. 5.7.
I think it's about right, yeah.
1,000 volts.
Got it all hooked up now, it's working using this handy little fence tester thing. It says it's working, so it's supposed to tell you which way the fault is too if there's a fault, so it didn't come up with anything, which is good. We're just going to try and push some of them, at least some of them in here, so that they know that that gate's open, because we'll just leave this gate open into the paddock they're in because it's got a trough of water. There's no water in this little bit they're in. It's probably a couple of hectares here, which is good, which is enough for these for a while. And then obviously once they eat this out, we'll just move the fence again and just keep opening the paddock up a bit and hopefully do something with this paddock, crop it a little bit. It'll have to be ploughed, you can see. You can see the pigs, the buggers have been in here, which is a bit annoying, but they'll be coming up from the river there. But I suppose they're hungry too, aren't they? Just trying to get them through that gate there. They haven't been in that paddock ever, so they sort of don't really know. Looks like they're gonna go. Maybe. Oh, no. There they go. I think they'll be alright in there. They're pretty happy they got their mouths down now. You'll notice the first thing stock do, or cattle at least, walk around the boundary of the paddock when it's new. So they'll walk around it and no doubt test the fence out, surely. I haven't seen any jump yet. That's why you always sort of got to check the boundaries of paddocks before you put stock in there, because that's the first thing they'll do is walk around. If they find a hole, they'll go through it. Spoilt. Not much of a working dog, this dog, Dan.
He'll be alright.
What are you doing? Hmm? You don't mind a scratch, do you? Hey? Hmm? Lemmy. 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 Anyway guys, I think that's going to be the end of another video. Just fed these little fellas, got a few sheep to move, and then that'll be me done. That's good. I hope you enjoyed that one. Dan and I got that fence done, and I'll go check them in the morning, make sure there's nothing too major happening, and they're all still in the right spots. So with that, we'll catch you in the next one. Alrighty, see ya, bye.